Hello everybody and welcome to a mid-fall camp out. In fact, this seems more like this is the beginning of winter to me here on the West Coast. But I've decided to come out and do 3 things on this camping trip. First off, I just want to come out and do a tent camp. That's, probably the most important part. The second thing I want to do is I brought my winter tent and my little wood stove in the tent. I want to set those all up, use them overnight, make sure the equipment's in good condition for the winter, and if I have to repair anything, this is a good time to take note. And the third thing I want to do is probably going to be the most challenging, and that's going to be to try to bake in my little billycan oven a blueberry pie. It'll be a small one. So please join me for the next 24 hours as we have a really great, hopefully a great experience out camping. This is one of many little stoves that are available online. There was nothing particularly special about this one that attracted me, but that it was at a good price on Black Friday. And I'd seen other people use it, but I'm sure there's some that are slightly better than others. But it's a pretty basic one and it suits my needs just fine. So I'm just going to put it together. It comes with a chimney that's rolled up. And it comes in a few pieces, and it's easy to put together. Okay, well, I've got my batting done. It's a little bit dark in here, but I haven't done anything unusual with my bedding. I've got some waffle foam underneath and my insulated inflatable mattress and my quilt. It's going to still be above freezing, I think, tonight, and I'll be warm enough. So I'm just going to set up a few more things just to get my kitchen stuff out, and then it's going to be time to light a campfire. Okay, I've arrived. Get the tent set up, got the fire going, got all my stuff out, got the bed made. So now I can just sit down and have a drink and a couple of peanut butter cookies that I brought with me from home. So I'm just going to relax for a little bit. Once I kind of feel ready, I guess we're going to start thinking about how the heck we're going to make a blueberry pie. I've got some briquettes and my twig stove, and I think I know how I'm going to do it. I hope I brought everything I need, but we'll find out pretty soon. Nonetheless, if that doesn't pan out very well for whatever reason, I do have lots of food in the cooler, so I'm not going to go hungry. But yeah, I wanted to try that little experiment. But right now, I'm just going to sit and have a little relax. I don't know whether you can tell or not, but it's getting dark. It's 4:30, and I can see that probably in an hour it's going to be dark. So I better get at this pie business. I made the pastry at home, and what I brought with me is some I had left over from a pie I was doing. And then I also have some blueberries, which I'd cooked down for another baking project, and I'm just going to put them in. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just sort of make like a pocket pie. I think under the circumstances that might work better because I don't have a regular little pie plate. I'm going to do it basically in a little tiny loaf pan. So let's just see what happens. This is really funny, you guys. It is getting darker by the minute. So I've got this little light out. I should have started this about an hour and a half ago, but I didn't. So anyway, here's the pastry I have. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it out on this little cutting board, which is probably a little bit too small. And I'm going to use a Nalgene bottle for a rolling pin. And this is going to be the pie plate. So, heaven help us. This is really bizarre. But it's okay. You know, you never know till you try. So I'm going to get at this. Not sure quite how much of this I can film, but I'll do my best. Let's see. I can squash some of this out by hand. It'll help. There we are. There's a bit of warm water in here. It's not hot, but it's a little bit warm. Well, that works all right. Okay, I've made it into a rectangle. Actually, this worked really well. There's all kinds of uses for a Nalgene bottle. So I'm going to try and put it in here and have it come right up the sides, and then maybe I'll be just folding it in over the filling. So let's see what happens. There. That's not too bad. It didn't take long. All right. Now, here's the blueberries. And I'm just going to dump them all in there. Okay, you can see that. Here, maybe you better go and move this over here, this light. There we go. All right, now what I thought I would do is I would fold it in. I can cut off some of it. There. See what I mean? I just thought I'd kind of make it into a bit of a pocket. Now I'm not sure if I can pinch this shut. Maybe I got to put it up and then pinch it like that. There, that's going to be better. I've never done this before out here. This is the most unusual thing to try to do. But I thought it would be kind of fun. This is definitely a case of the blind leading the blind. And if you've ever done this, please pass on your expertise and your secrets if you found them. Or do you just really think this is a crazy idea? But it's winter, you know, and you've got to do something while you're out here. There. All right. That doesn't look too bad, does it? Put in a couple of steam holes. Well, that part was pretty easy, actually. You know, because I had the berries already had been, they've been cooked for another purpose. And then I just added a little bit of flour to thicken them up a bit. And they had a little bit of sugar on them. And the pastry was made. So, I mean, you probably could do some kind of little meat pie like this, if this works. That remains to be seen. Now, I'm not going to do anything fancy. I've got a little bit of sugar. I can just wet this and sprinkle. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of water on here, dab, and then sprinkle a bit of sugar just to put it on the top. And then I can see that the briquettes are just about ready for me to put the pot on and heat up the stones in the bottom of the billy can. I'll show that to you in just a minute, but I got to get all this flour. I'm getting it all over the camera. I've got it all over me. So anyway, this is kind of fun. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, in here I have some stones in the billy can, which I keep for that purpose, and they settle down in here, and you just put them like that on top of the stove, and you let this heat up for a little while on the briquettes. So do that. Okay, I think this is pretty hot, so I'm going to put the little pie in. I'm going to have to add some more briquettes because pastry usually takes quite a while. But I'll get it shut first, and then I'll add some more briquettes. And there's this little wire that you can hook into the handle. Put it on the top, and you can set that, and that will help hold the briquettes in place. Well, it's been 40 minutes. It seems like it's been a lot longer than that. Once I get organized and get this open, get all the briquettes off the top, we'll look together, okay? You know, I think it should stay in a bit longer. But anyway, let me just get this piece out. Okay, well, let's just see. I don't know if it's going to be too hot. I don't want to burn myself. It's the pastry. It's really close. But I'm going to put it back in and put a few more briquettes in. Once I get it kind of up to speed again. Another 10 or 15 minutes. It's not in danger of being burned. Not yet. Okay, time's up. I've just been sitting here. Actually, I had a little bit of music on my phone. And I was thinking that, you know, I'm out here. I think there's maybe 2 other campers out here in this, you know, fairly good-sized campground. I don't hear them. I can't see them. I'm not virtually alone. So, but, you know, they're not anybody I know, and they're way over wherever they are. And I was thinking, like, it's so dark that sometimes it is nice just to put on a little bit of music quietly. I'm sitting here in front of the fire waiting for my pie to cook. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. Just, you know, some people like to watch videos. And like, I just like some quiet music. And I usually bring a book. Sometimes I have a video on my iPad. But there's nothing wrong with bringing things with you that are going to help pass the time. See, when it's dark, it was dark by 5:15, and it was getting dark by 4:20. So, you know, we don't have to endure sitting in silence for probably 15 hours unless you want to. And I think if you want to, that's fine. But most of us like to have a little something that's comforting, and yeah. So I've just been listening to some nice quiet music, very low on my phone. Nobody within 40 or 50 feet of here would be able to hear it. It's so quiet. But and I have my light on sometimes, but then I turn my light off and just sit in front of the fire listening to the music. It's very peaceful. So yeah, if you're thinking, oh my goodness, what's she doing there? Just doing nothing. Well, yeah, I'm kind of doing nothing, but I'm listening and I'm just being relaxed. So don't hesitate to bring along some things that are going to be comforting to you if you come out solo camping. Anyway, I'm going to try and get that pie out. Sitting here talking about it. So let's go do it. Okay, I think that's done. Oh yeah, it's nice and crunchy on the top now. Just need a little bit more. So what do you think? Who would have think that you're going to get blueberry pie while you're out camping in the middle of November? But why not? Why not? You know, and I know it's going to taste good. Look at it, it's bubbling away in there. Yeah, still bubbling. So I'm going to put this, there's a picnic table here. I'm going to put it up off the ground. And then I'm going to put all the briquettes together from the top and the bottom. Prepare my, cut up my dinner and just put it into the frying pan and start that. Okay, I've got this heated up dinner. It couldn't be any simpler than that. Leftover chicken and roast potatoes. Added some fresh veggies and stir fry. So I'm going to eat this, and then the fire is just about done. We'll go in after I've finished my dinner, and we'll start the fire in the hot tent. So I'll see you in a little while. Nice and warm. And I think we'll have dessert in the tent. All right, I'm in my little hot tent. I've got the door open, and the little fire in the wood stove is just cooking away. I've got some water on to boil for tea, and I've got my blueberry pie, and look at what I have. I had this in the fridge for a gathering, and we didn't use it. So I'm going to just put on a little bit of whipped cream. Is this camping or not? This is pretty amazing. So let's try this pie. I'm sitting here with my little wood fire in the tent and just very comfortable. This is amazing. Warm blueberry pie while I'm camping. I didn't think I could cook a pie out here. But you know, it's amazing, isn't it? You can do just about anything if you set your mind to it. And I've experimented with probably a little less complicated foods like chocolate chip cookies, but this, I've worked my way up. I don't know I can get any better than making pie. So I wish I could share it with you. I truly do, because this is absolutely delicious. But I'm going to just enjoy it, and my water will be boiling for my tea soon, and I'm just going to sit here indulging in the comfort of winter camping. So I'll see you in a little while. Bye for now. Well, that pie was amazing, and I have a good lot left. So I think I'll take that home for Bob. I wonder if I could bribe him to come winter camping. What do you think? Would you come winter camping for blueberry pie and whipped cream in a hot tent? I bet you would. Anyway, I think I'll put that in the car tonight and take it home for Bob for tomorrow. That was delicious. I got to tell you, it was. I'm absolutely shocked that it was so good, but I'm grateful too. And I've just been finishing my tea, relaxing with the fire on. It's pretty much time now for me to bundle up and get things back into the car. I will take all my food, toiletries, etc. So I'm just going to go out, brush my teeth, wash my face with some wet wipes, and put everything away in the car. There's known that there can be wildlife around here, but it's not common for the wildlife to be bothering campers. Most of the people who come out here are accustomed to knowing that and put everything away. So I will make extra sure that I do. So I think I'll say goodnight for now. And thank you so much for coming along on this little camp out. So far it's going really well, and I'm not going to keep the fire going tonight. I don't think I need to. I've got kindling, I've got fire starter, and I've got wood. So if I wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning when it gets cool, I can come out of my little enclosure here and get the fire going so that I can have a little warm spot. So I'll see you in the morning. Thanks so much for joining me so far. Bye for now. Good morning, everybody. It's a fine morning. It's overcast, but it's not raining. So I'm going to get up breakfast and have a cup of coffee and just enjoy this little bit of time before we have to pack up. Cowboy coffee. So I hope that you've enjoyed coming along. I feel like I've accomplished what I set out to do. One was to have a really nice time out here for a camp out. My first, quote, winter camp out of the season. And 2, tested out the tent and the stove and my winter gear, and everything was fine. There's not a problem with anything, which is great. And number 3 was to bake the blueberry pie. So I see. I still got that piece to take home to Bob, and I sure enjoyed that. So thanks a lot for coming along. I'm just going to start to clean up in the next few minutes. I'm just finishing my coffee, and I know it's forecast to rain later this morning, early this afternoon. So I do want to see if I can get my gear all packed up nice and dry. So take care, and thanks so much for joining me on this overnight trip. Guess what? It's just starting to rain. Perfect timing. Bye. See you next time.